According to Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero, news coming down that the Bengals are trading for Joe Flacco. Again, Bengals trading for Joe Flacco, according to Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport.
Few teams in the NFL generate drama quite like the Cleveland Browns. And this season, the spotlight is firmly on their quarterback room. What should be the most stable position on the roster has turned into one of the most chaotic storylines in the league. At the center of the storm are three names: Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and rookie sensation Shedeur Sanders. On paper, Watson is supposed to be the franchise quarterback. Cleveland invested heavily in him, giving him one of the largest guaranteed contracts in NFL history. The plan was simple: Watson would lead the Browns back into championship contention. But things have not gone according to plan. Injuries, inconsistency, and constant scrutiny have prevented Watson from delivering the level of dominance the Browns expected. And when he struggled, something unexpected happened. A veteran quarterback who many believed was past his prime stepped into the spotlight: Joe Flacco.
I don't think I foresaw it. Listen, I think I said it on Sunday. Anytime you're in this league, I mean, everybody's always getting evaluated, and the job of a quarterback is to help your team win football games. So,
the former Super Bowl MVP arrived in Cleveland with little fanfare, but his performance quickly captured the attention of fans and analysts. Suddenly, a team that was supposed to revolve around Watson was winning games behind a completely different quarterback. And just as that debate started heating up, another name entered the conversation: Shedeur Sanders.
Well, so let's break this down. Obviously, Flacco did what they needed him to do: start the first couple games of the season, and then they didn't get the results they wanted, so then they had the opportunity to move Gabriel up and make him the starter. We saw that on Sunday. So he went from starter to demoted to number 2 to traded the following Monday.
The young quarterback carries enormous attention due to his college success and his famous football lineage. Even before taking a meaningful NFL snap, Sanders has already become one of the most talked about players in Cleveland. Now the Browns face a complicated question. Do they trust their expensive franchise quarterback, ride the momentum of a veteran resurgence, or gamble on the potential of a rookie? Whatever the answer may be, one thing is clear: the Cleveland quarterback situation is no longer just a football decision. It is a full-blown NFL controversy.
And you have the two rookies.
Sure glad we had that competition.
And you're 1-4. What's it scream, Andy? Screams you're taking a quarterback next year.
For sure, it does. For sure. So let me ask you this.
When the Cleveland Browns traded for Deshaun Watson, they believed they were securing a superstar who could transform the franchise overnight. Watson had already proven himself as one of the league's most talented quarterbacks during his time in Houston. His ability to extend plays, throw deep with precision, and carry an offense made him one of the most coveted players in football. To make the deal happen, Cleveland made a historic commitment. The Browns gave Watson a fully guaranteed contract worth over $200 million, one of the most controversial deals the NFL has ever seen. The expectation was simple: Watson would become the cornerstone of the franchise for years to come. Instead, the deal has become one of the most debated decisions in modern NFL history.
Dillon Gabriel starting for the Cleveland Browns. Third-round pick.
Here we go.
Third-round pick out of Oregon. Obviously, we are incredibly pumped for Dillon Gabriel to get his first start this weekend. It'll be in London town against the Minnesota Vikings, and he can spin it.
Watson has struggled to consistently regain the elite form he once displayed. Injuries have limited his availability, while his performances on the field have often fallen short of the expectations that come with such a massive contract. And that is where the real problem begins. Unlike most NFL contracts, Watson's deal is fully guaranteed. That means the Browns are financially committed to him regardless of performance. Even if the team wanted to move in a different direction, the financial consequences would be enormous. For Cleveland's front office, this creates a difficult situation. Benching Watson would raise serious questions about the organization's decision-making. Continuing to start him while better options may exist would frustrate fans and teammates. It's the kind of dilemma that can divide an entire franchise. And every time the Browns take the field, the pressure only grows. Because when a team invests that much money into one player, the expectations become unavoidable. Watson was supposed to be the solution. Instead, he has become the biggest question mark in Cleveland. While the Cleveland Browns were trying to figure out their long-term quarterback situation, something remarkable happened. A veteran whom many believed was nearing the end of his career suddenly became the most reliable player on the roster. That veteran was Joe Flacco.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, obviously, I think there's some of those that, it's like, what are you going to do? And then there's some that you look at and you really want back. That's how it goes. They all count the same, and when you look back on it, it's definitely a part of why we weren't able to be what we wanted to be.
Flacco's arrival in Cleveland was not supposed to be a headline story. At this stage of his career, most teams viewed him as a temporary option or a backup in the locker room. Few expected him to make a major impact on the field. But once he stepped into the starting role, everything changed. Flacco's calm leadership and experience immediately stabilized the offense. His ability to read defenses and deliver accurate throws gave the Browns a sense of confidence that had been missing during earlier stretches of the season. Fans quickly noticed the difference. Instead of constant uncertainty at quarterback, Cleveland suddenly had a veteran quarterback who looked comfortable running the offense. His performance reminded everyone why he once led the Baltimore Ravens to a Super Bowl championship. More importantly, the team started winning. That success created an unexpected problem for the Browns coaching staff. When a veteran quarterback steps in and performs well, it becomes harder to justify returning to a struggling starter. For Cleveland, that starter was Deshaun Watson. Suddenly, the Browns were facing a debate they never expected to have. Should they continue building around the expensive franchise quarterback, or should they trust the veteran who was actually delivering results on the field?
It's not for me to worry about. For me, I mean, I've said it before, it's different times, it's different years. I mean, for me, it doesn't change, the experience that I've had here and, will continue to have here. It's part of the game.
Flacco's comeback story may have been inspiring, but it also complicated everything. Because in the NFL, success changes expectations. And once fans see a quarterback who can win games, they start asking one very simple question: why change what is already working? Just when the Browns' quarterback debate seemed complicated enough, another name entered the conversation and turned the situation into a full-blown spectacle. That name was Shedeur Sanders.
One more thing, as we were kind of quickly went to break on this. What does this mean for Deshaun Watson?
It means what you and I have said all along this year. Might be a chance that he gets activated and is in uniform.
Would there be anyone shocked if he went into the 21-day window today or tomorrow?
Sanders arrived in the NFL carrying enormous attention. As the son of football legend Dillon Sanders, he has been surrounded by media coverage for most of his football career. But the attention is not only about his famous last name. Sanders has proven himself as a talented quarterback in his own right. During his college career, he demonstrated impressive accuracy, poise under pressure, and the ability to lead an offense in big moments. Those qualities made him one of the most intriguing young quarterbacks entering the professional ranks. And once he joined the Browns, the curiosity only intensified. Fans began wondering how long it would take before Cleveland gave the rookie an opportunity. Social media exploded with speculation about his potential role on the team. Every practice highlight and preseason moment quickly became a viral clip. But hype can be both powerful and dangerous. On one hand, young quarterbacks represent hope. Fans love the idea of discovering the next franchise superstar. On the other hand, rushing a rookie into a difficult situation can derail a promising career. For the Browns coaching staff, the decision is incredibly delicate. Starting Sanders too early could place enormous pressure on a young player who is still adjusting to the NFL. Waiting too long could frustrate fans who believe he deserves a chance. Meanwhile, every conversation about Sanders adds another layer of tension to an already crowded quarterback room. Because now Cleveland is not just choosing between a struggling franchise quarterback and a veteran comeback story. They're also deciding when or if the future of the franchise should begin. Quarterback controversies don't only exist on talk shows and social media. They also exist inside the locker room. And when multiple quarterbacks are competing for the same role, the situation can quickly become uncomfortable for everyone involved. Veteran players usually want stability at the most important position on the field. They want a quarterback they can trust, someone who can command the offense and lead the team during difficult moments. Constant uncertainty makes that harder. Right now, the Cleveland Browns have three very different options. There's the expensive franchise quarterback in Deshaun Watson, the experienced veteran in Joe Flacco, and the exciting young prospect in Shedeur Sanders. Each of them represents a different direction for the team.
That punt to Kirby Joseph, I think we all saw this kind of coming. And even coming into the season, we all say, okay, they got the veteran Joe Flacco. He'll start the season off, see how far they can get him. And then you'll see what we got from the rookie quarterback. So he's getting his opportunity. This is when it happens a lot of the times at that quarter mark when you're like, okay, you kind of reassess, reevaluate your team. We talked about the defense. We've been talking about them all year. You're going to have a chance every week trotting out that defense. So if you have an offense that can just move the ball down the field, put up some points, take care of the football, which Dillon Gabriel has shown he can do. Now we just got to see him.
That creates pressure on the coaching staff and front office because every decision sends a message to the locker room about who the organization truly believes in. And if players start losing confidence in that decision, the entire season can unravel very quickly. While fans debate the quarterback situation every day, the Browns' front office is trying to think several steps ahead. Their decision is not only about the next game, it's about the future of the franchise. The organization invested enormous resources in Deshaun Watson, which means moving away from him would be a massive admission that the plan failed. At the same time, the success of Joe Flacco showed that the team can compete with a veteran leader under the center. That option offers short-term stability, but may not solve the long-term quarterback question.
Off of that subject, let's get to you and a 5'11 quarterback. Okay, they're making a big deal out of this. Should they? And what are your thoughts on Dillon Gabriel taking over for the Cleveland Browns?
My thoughts are I hope he's great. I would love for the Cleveland Browns jersey, that one with all the quarterbacks' names on the back, to be retired. It would be fun to have a guy just end it, and you could just have one jersey with one name. So hopefully that's Gabriel, because I think it would be great. I think the Cleveland Browns have a phenomenal fan base who are fully on board with their team and support them through a whole lot of shit throughout the years.
Then there's Shedeur Sanders, the wild card in the entire situation. Developing a young quarterback could give Cleveland a new direction for the future. The problem is that the NFL rarely rewards hesitation. Sooner or later, the Browns will have to commit to one plan, and once that decision is made, there will be no easy way to go back. At some point, the Cleveland Browns will have to stop debating and finally make a decision at quarterback. The situation cannot remain uncertain forever. Whether the team chooses to stick with Deshaun Watson, continue riding the experience of Joe Flacco, or eventually turn to the potential of rookie Shedeur Sanders, that choice will shape the entire direction of the season.
Quarterback decisions affect everything in the NFL. They influence how the offense is built, how teammates respond in the locker room, and how confident fans feel about the future of the franchise. When a team struggles to settle on one leader under center, the uncertainty can quickly spread across the entire roster. For the Browns, the stakes could not be higher. If they make the right choice, Cleveland might finally stabilize one of the most chaotic quarterback situations in the league and turn the season into a success. But if the wrong quarterback ends up leading the team, the controversy surrounding the Browns could grow even louder and follow them throughout the entire year.